episode 209, which is a Girl Take the Lead soundbite, which is a shorter episode that may be a bit more about a topic we've covered or quick inspiration, like our episode today. And I'm your host, Yo Canny. I can remember as a young girl making tamales with my abuelita around New Year's. She always let me make the sweet ones with the raisin and masa and sugar because I didn't like the chili ones very much. It was a labor of love that brought everyone in the family together in the kitchen and passing down an experience that's remembered in my family for generations. And it looks like my eldest daughter wants to make tamales this year, so who knows? It wasn't just about the food, it was about connection, love, and creating memories that last a lifetime. Traditions like these remind us of the universal need to connect and find meaning. They ground us in a fast moving world, giving us a sense of belonging and purpose. Today, we'll explore how rituals, big or small, hold the power to unite across cultures, seasons, and generations. Here's some statistics you might find interesting around rituals and traditions. A study published in Psychological Science in 2013 found that performing rituals can reduce anxiety and improve performance, even if the ritual itself isn't tied to a specific belief system. Research from the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology in 2015 suggests that shared rituals strengthen social bonds, even in diverse groups. And a 2017 Pew Research study noted that 80% of people agree that family traditions are important in creating lasting memories and building intergenerational bonds. There's also data from UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage Report, which highlights how rituals, from festivals to daily practices, preserve cultural identity and promote social cohesion. And the importance of traditions is universal. They mark time and can preserve heritage. I found this wonderful kids' book called Let's Celebrate, which showcases celebrations around the world, like around June or July every year. The Maori people of New Zealand celebrate when they first see the star cluster names after the goddess Motuarahiki appear in the night sky. Sacred words are spoken to ask the goddess to guide loved ones who have died since the last celebration into the afterlife. And there's the New Yam Festival, YAM Festival in Nigeria and throughout West Africa. The celebration takes place when yams are harvested between August and October. During the festival, the harvest is presented to the king or eldest member of the community. It is their job to offer the yams to God, the ancestors, and the yam god. They thank them for giving plenty to eat for the year. And there's Diwali, which means row of lights in Sanskrit. It is a festival of lights enjoyed around the world with the largest celebrations in India. It lasts for 5 days at the end of October or early November. On the first day, there's candle lighting, shopping and cooking on the second day. And third day, the goddess of wealth brings light to the darkness. Isn't it interesting that the three I chose from this book all involve lights? And I also found another kid's book called How Kids Celebrate Christmas Around the World. Here are some of my faves. Christmas in Japan. The Japanese have imported Christmas from the West and adapted it to their own image. Young lovers see Christmas as a day for romance. They go to restaurants where they eat strawberry cake decorated with whipped cream, give each other presents, and declare their love for each other. Families gather for the Christmas Eve dinner of grilled or fried chicken. And in Japan, Santa Claus doesn't leave the children's presents under the tree. Instead, he leaves them on the bed next to the pillow. That way, on Christmas morning, children can unwrap their presents without even having to get up. How great is that? And I can imagine the parents sleeping in, just so grateful to have that time. And for my listeners in Australia, you'll have to confirm whether this is true or not because I don't know. I read this and I thought, oh, this is great, but I wonder if it's true. So, because it's summer in Australia, many people spend Christmas Day at the beach. And I would really like that. And Santa's sleigh is sometimes pulled by kangaroos rather than reindeer because it's too hot for the reindeer in the summer weather. So tell me if that's true or not, guys. And in Finland, Santa lives practically around the corner in Lapland near the Arctic Circle, where his workshop is located, and the elves help him make the presents. And before the children receive their presents, they manage to do many things, like take a sauna. Sounds so good. Feed the birds, and perhaps go to the cemetery to light a candle for the departed. All sounds good to me. And there's one more book I'd like to share, the Book of Hygge, and that's spelled Hygge. And it's the Danish art of contentment, comfort, and connection by Louisa Thompson Britz, which explores the emotional warmth created by rituals of togetherness, especially during winter holidays. It discusses how simple practices like lighting candles or gathering for meals create emotional safety and joy. Hygge is a Danish word, but a universal feeling of being warm, safe, comforted, and sheltered, an experience of belonging to the moment and to each other. It's the feeling that anchors us, reminding us to slow down, to connect with place and with one another, to dwell and savor rather than rush and spend. When we curl up by the fire with a blanket or have a simple meal with friends, or even I felt it recently with Tino, my dog, just holding him. And I can really say that that was Hygge. When we acknowledge the sacred in the secular or focus on people rather than things, or when you express love through small gestures, that is Hygge. At the end of the book, there's two paragraphs I'd like to read to you that relate probably to our upcoming holidays. Through our thirst for connection, our future is created one gathering, one encounter, one moment at a time. Hygge rekindles our awareness of the importance and pleasure of mutuality and creates our interconnectedness. It keeps us engaged with the lifelong task of living in intimate and loving relation to the world around us. We pass on the spirit of Hygge through the quality of our presence. Ideas and values travel. Through Hygge, each one of us can know a sense of deeper contentment that will radiate out from us into a global web of belonging together. What I love about Hygge is it points us to the sacredness in the everyday. Sacredness isn't reserved for grand or religious acts. It can be found in everyday routines like journaling, exercise, or even enjoying a morning coffee when approached with mindfulness and intention. So we can build our own rituals. Traditions aren't static, they evolve as we do. Blended families might merge different holiday customs together, creating something entirely new. Modern lifestyles call for adaptations, like virtual celebrations or even simpler versions of older practices. Creating new rituals can also reflect our values. Maybe this year, instead of exchanging gifts, you decide to volunteer as a family or start a journaling ritual to reflect on the year gone by. The key is intention. What feels meaningful to you now? This holiday, I'm going to start a new ritual for our family and include the lighting of candles for our Christmas Eve dinner as a celebration of those we've lost this year, including our beloved Sue, to honor her grace and elegance that she gave us during her way too short life. Perhaps you have your own to honor. To end our episode today, I'd like to share the poem I've crafted inspired by the holiday lights, and it's called The Light We Carry. There's a glow that warms December air, a flicker of hope, a spark of care. It's in the laughter, soft and bright, and the memories of love that guide our light. Their voices linger, their spirits near. In quiet moments, they reappear. A candle's flame, a starry night, each memory aglow with love's pure light. Traditions shine like a timeless song, echoes of those who've moved along. A fire is kindled, a lantern raised, in honoring them, a wonder praised. What if this season we pause to reclaim the light they carried, their love's gentle flame? Could we find their glow within? Let it unlock and carry their warmth as we turn the clock. Bake cookies with sprinkles, share stories anew, sing their favorite songs, let their joy through. Wrap up the magic in rituals small, and remember their love still lights it all. For the holidays are more than a to-do list or plan. They're a chance to remember the light we can fan, to see through the eyes of those now at rest and carry their glow in the ways we're blessed. So light a candle, give thanks, and just be. Let love and their memory set you free. For in the laughter, the sparkle, the tear, the light we carry shines brighter here. Thank you for listening today, and we sure hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a comment wherever you listen to your podcasts. Tell a friend about us. Join our public Facebook group, Girl Take the Lead, or visit our website, girltaketheleadpod.com. We also have a YouTube channel where your subscription would be appreciated. Once you're on YouTube, search at Girl Take the Lead. And we've recently expanded to YouTube Music, where you can find a video of this episode. And you can also find a video on Spotify. Our next episode will cover intention. Yeah, going into 2025. It's really, I thought, a great way for us to kick off the year. So talk to you next year. Take care. Bye.